Do you feel like you're doing everything right but life just isn't listening? Have you ever wondered why manifesting what you want seems so difficult, even when you're trying your hardest? This video is going to be a game changer for you. Because here, I'm going to show you why you don't attract what you desire, but what you vibrate. If you're tired of struggling, feel blocked, trapped in repetitive cycles, or carrying an anxiety you don't know where it comes from, stick with me. Here, based on the teachings of Eva Hartley, you'll understand how to align your energy, change your vibrational identity, and finally unlock your field of manifestation. This video is a guide for anyone who's ready to leave scarcity behind and become their own miracle. Now answer me this. What if everything you want is already prepared, but waiting for you to become the person who knows how to receive it? You attract what you are, not what you desire. You can write goals in your notebook, repeat affirmations in the mirror, and visualize every day. But if your frequency screams, "I don't have," the universe understands that you are still distant from what you want. Because manifestation isn't a game of words, it's a vibrational field. You attract what you have already become in the invisible realm. And if your state of being still vibrates lack, the field merely mirrors it. It's hard to hear, I know, but it's liberating, because it means you don't need to chase after anything. You just need to align with someone who already lives this vibrational reality. That changes everything. It's not about desiring, it's about becoming. The magnetic field of your life doesn't respond to the intensity of the desire, but to the depth of your vibrational coherence. A woman may want to be loved, but if deep down she feels rejected, her vibrational identity will be rejection. And what does the universe return? Experiences that prove this internal feeling. Vibration doesn't lie. You are the magnet, not the prey. What you feel in silence when no one sees creates your reality with much more force than what you post or declare. Aligned people aren't always those who want more. They are the ones who trust the most, because they already walk as if they have. Anticipatory gratitude is the frequency of someone who has already received. It's when you don't ask for what's missing, but thank for what already vibrates within you. And that vibration is irresistible. The universe is magnetic. It rushes to those who vibrate abundance from the inside out. Now think about this. Who are you being, even when you're not trying to manifest anything? Because you are always emitting signals. Emotions are spiritual transmissions. Each thought you nurture, each internal narrative you repeat, molds your energy field like vibrational clay. Want to change what comes to you? Change what pulsates within you. Simple practices can rewrite your energetic identity. Silencing for 10 minutes in a state of presence, feeling deep gratitude before sleeping, visualizing with real emotion. All of this starts to reprogram your field. That's how you build a new self. A self that manifests not because it wants, but because it has already become the channel for what it desires to experience. What if what you seek is also seeking you? And what if the wait isn't absence, but an invitation to internal transformation? Remember, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. Manifestation is not forced. It is allowed. And perhaps it's time to cease the relentless pursuit and begin to recollect who you already are. Desperation blocks manifestation. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right but nothing flows? It's because desperation doesn't manifest. It blocks. The energy of urgency is laden with scarcity, fear, and resistance. When you vibrate in lack, the energetic field closes. And the universe, which responds to your frequency, cannot deliver something where there is no space to receive. It's not about punishment, but rather misalignment. The haste to see results reveals more than just desire. It reveals distrust in divine timing. Vibrational faith is tranquil presence, not anxiety disguised as action. When you force, you repel. When you surrender, you magnetize. It's not about chasing, it's about becoming what attracts. Imagine someone who really wants a new job. They send out resumes every day, but deep down, they are consumed by fear and frustration. Their field doesn't vibrate prosperity. It vibrates desperation. The result? Doors closed. Now imagine that same person coming into alignment, taking care of their vibrational identity, trusting. The field changes, and the field responds. Desperation is noise. It dulls intuition, distorts perception, and closes the channel of reception. It's like trying to listen to soft music with static on the radio. The message is there, but you can't quite capture it. The universe sends signals all the time, but you only recognize them when you are in a state of presence. Feeling is tuning in. Forcing is losing the melody. You are not being punished. You are simply misaligned. This phrase needs to resonate within you. The absence of immediate manifestation is not divine rejection. It's vibrational coherence. The universe doesn't deliver because of your effort, but because of your frequency. Anticipatory gratitude changes everything. It communicates faith, trust, receptivity. It collapses time. It opens space. Want a simple exercise? Breathe. Now, look at your life and ask, am I acting from alignment or from fear? This question reveals much more than you imagine, because the magnetic field of your reality responds not to your stated intention, but to your dominant state of being. You attract what you vibrate, even when you don't realize it. So tell me, what if letting go is more powerful than insisting? What if what you seek is also trying to find you, but can't access you amidst your anxiety? It's not about wishing, it's about becoming. The energy of flow begins when you choose to trust. And the next step, perhaps it's not running, but feeling. You can think positively all day, create vision boards, write in a journal, but if you don't feel it, nothing moves. Emotion is the language of manifestation. The universe responds to the vibration felt, not the intention thought. The mind focuses on the desire. The heart sustains the magnetic field. Feeling is aligning body, soul, and energy on the same frequency. Words have power, yes, but emotion is the vibrational signature. An "I am prosperous" said with fear vibrates scarcity. Conversely, an "I trust" felt with surrender activates the field of abundance. You are the channel, and the channel transmits what it carries. The question isn't what you think, but what you feel every day when no one is watching. People who become magnetic haven't memorized phrases. They've expanded presence. They've learned to feel with authenticity, to enter the now with an open heart. And that's not a rare talent, it's a practice. It's a path back to the body, to spiritual sensitivity, to a clean vibration. And this energy is impossible for the universe to ignore. Let's get practical. When you desire something, stop trying to get it. Start feeling what it would be like to live it. It's not enough to write, "I want to travel." Breathe and imagine the wind on your face, the scent of the place, the unrestrained laughter. Bring the emotion of the future into your now, because in the quantum field, feeling is creating. You manifest when you feel as if it's already real. You are the magnet, not the prey. What does this mean? That the more you vibrate the emotion of what you desire, the more natural that vibrational field becomes. Vibration becomes energetic identity, and identity creates reality. So yes, practice visualization, but practice with feeling, because without emotion, it's just a mental movie. With emotion, it's an energetic code. Most people aren't manifesting incorrectly. They're feeling halfway. They ask for love, but feel fear. They seek money, but feel doubt. The universe reads this discordant field and returns more confusion. Feeling is aligning. It's choosing a dominant emotion and remaining in it as one who already inhabits the miracle. Vibrational faith is emotional consistency. Now tell me, what do you feel when you think about the life you want to live? Is it light or heavy? Is it trust or anxiety? Because that emotion is your vibrational GPS. It's what determines whether you're on the path of reception or resistance. What if you chose to feel differently, even without external proof? What if the miracle depended solely on your permission? You may want to change your life, but if your unconscious mind still carries stories of pain, fear, and scarcity, nothing will truly change. The internal narrative is the vibrational matrix of your reality. What you believe about yourself, even without realizing it, becomes a frequency. And that frequency shapes what you experience, see, and repeat. The subconscious mind commands more than 95% of the decisions you make. That's no small thing. It's what makes you choose the same type of person, sabotage an opportunity, recoil from success. All because deep down you still see yourself through the lens of an inherited identity. It's like trying to manifest with the parking brake on. The energy gets stuck. It's not enough to just have good intentions. Without subconscious reprogramming, you recreate patterns even with the best ideas. That's why many people study spirituality, take courses, read books, but remain trapped in the same cycle, because the vibrational identity hasn't been updated. The old story still pulses in the energetic field. And how do you reprogram that? Start by observing your self-image. How do you define yourself when you're alone? What are the automatic thoughts that arise when faced with a challenge? Write them down. Question them. Transmute them. Affirmations are effective when felt. Guided meditations before bed access the deeper mind. Hypnotherapy, constellations, and conscious writing are precious keys. You don't have to carry the identity of fear that you were told about. You are not being punished. You are merely repeating what has not been healed. Reprogramming is giving your energetic field a new plot, one that sustains spiritual magnetism, vibrational coherence, inner permission, one that vibrates, I am enough, I am deserving, I am the channel of the miracle. Now imagine a new internal thermostat, adjusted for abundance, love, peace. This is possible, but only when you realize that it's not your past that's in command. It's the unresolved emotion. Release it, update it, rewrite it. You are not the trauma you experienced. You are the energy you choose to keep alive, and that you can transform. So tell me, what if your biggest block today is just an old story that still vibrates within you? What if it was enough to change what you believe to change what you experience? It's not about fixing, it's about remembering. And the next step, perhaps, is to discover what is still hidden behind your resistance to allowing yourself to receive. You only manifest what you believe you deserve. And this belief doesn't reside on the surface. It lives in the energetic heart of your identity. Self-worth isn't vanity, it's a frequency. When you vibrate dignity, the universe recognizes you. The field responds with opportunities that mirror your deservingness. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you feel worthy of experiencing. A lack of self-worth is one of the biggest manifestation blockers. You might even attract something, but you can't sustain it. You sabotage, reject, and hide, because deep down, you still carry a program of unworthiness. And you know what's even more subtle? Sometimes this self-sabotage comes disguised as humility, as if being small were spiritual. It's not. It's just deprogramming. You're not being punished. You're simply misaligned with your truth. The universe doesn't deny blessings, but it can't force what you haven't yet permitted yourself to receive. Inner permission is magnetic. When you vibrate, I can, the energetic field opens up, and everything that was held back begins to flow. Prosperity, love, health. It all starts with your internal thermostat. A practical example. Start treating yourself as someone already worthy of the life you desire. Buy yourself flowers. Organize your space. Say no to what diminishes you. Read books that uplift you. I recommend The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. He shows how self-perception shapes destiny. Small actions reinforce your energetic identity of deservingness. Self-worth is a silent prayer, a magnetic field that says, I am enough, and that frequency is impossible to ignore. The external world bows to those who stand tall within. High vibration isn't arrogance, it's self-love in the form of presence. And presence is the language of the universe. You don't need to shout, you just need to align. You are the magnet, not the prey. And what you attract is directly proportional to how much you value yourself, not as a performance, but as an essence. When you look at yourself with loving eyes, the field returns loving reflections. When you vibrate self-worth, you stop accepting scraps, emotional, financial, spiritual, and the universe begins to send banquets. Now I ask you, what if what's missing isn't luck, but an internal decision to see yourself differently? What if everything you dream of is already available, but waiting for you to become someone who knows how to receive? It's not about waiting, it's about preparing. And perhaps the preparation begins by declaring with conviction, I am worthy. Receive without forcing. The feminine principle. Manifesting isn't about exhaustive effort. It's about allowing. It's about entering into flow with the energy of life. Feminine energy doesn't chase. It magnetizes. It's receptive, intuitive, fluid. While the mind tries to control, the feminine field welcomes, trusts, and receives. Manifestation happens when you stop pushing and start creating space. Forcing is a movement of scarcity. It comes from someone who believes they can only have if they control everything. But true creation happens when you surrender the ego's rigidity to the wisdom of the spirit. Surrender isn't passivity, it's vibrational power. It's action with presence. It's receptivity with direction. It's knowing when to act and when to trust the unseen. You are not being punished. You are just trying to control what you should have already surrendered. This phrase reveals everything. The energetic field of manifestation responds to your vibrational identity. And the identity of abundance is open, gentle, magnetically available. The energy of struggle repels. Receptive magnetism attracts with lightness. Want an example? Think of a flower. It doesn't force the butterfly to land. It blossoms, it opens, it vibrates beauty. That's manifestation in the feminine principle. You blossom internally and allow the universe to find you. Visualize this upon waking. Breathe. Open your arms. Repeat. I allow. I receive. I trust. This ritual shifts your field. Many people say, but if I don't chase after it, nothing happens. But what else happens when you force? Anxiety, frustration, emotional exhaustion. That's the energy of lack. True spiritual power is silent. It's effortless magnetism. Spiritual surrender is the highest channel of conscious manifestation. Receiving without forcing is an act of vibrational faith. And no, that doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting with wisdom, intuition, and alignment. It means trusting the timing, the pauses, the signs. Feminine energy teaches you that you can co-create your reality without waging war against life. Fluidity is more potent than insistence. And the universe loves open hearts, not clenched fists. Now tell me, what if everything you want was already on its way, but can't find space because you're still trying to control every detail? What if your next leap forward comes not from force, but from surrender? It's not about deserving by rushing. It's about allowing by feeling. And what comes next? Perhaps it only needs anticipated gratitude. Most people give thanks after they receive. But the secret lies in giving thanks beforehand. Anticipatory gratitude is not delusion. It's vibrational faith. It signals to the universe that you are already aligned with the reality you desire. It's a spiritual gesture that collapses time because the magnetic field of gratitude already contains the vibration of the miracle. Gratitude is the frequency of someone who has already received. When you vibrate in this state of being, your energy field expands. You become a natural magnet for synchronicities. You know those days when everything flows, where things just work out? That is the energy of gratitude in action. You're not waiting. You're living as though you already have it. The rational mind may resist this principle. How am I going to give thanks for something that hasn't arrived yet? It asks. But the spiritual heart responds, you are not pretending. You are aligning. Gratitude is not theatrics. It's vibrational coherence. It's a practice of practical faith, a ritual that repositions your place in the flow of creation. Try starting the day by giving thanks for something you are still manifesting. Say, gratitude for the new job that fulfills me. Thank you for the healthy love that is arriving. And feel it. Imagine it. Visualize it with emotion. This practice activates your creative presence. And more, it teaches your subconscious that you are already ready to receive. This posture transforms your energetic identity. You stop vibrating lack and start vibrating completeness. Gratitude doesn't need proof. It just needs faith. And that kind of faith moves mountains, opens invisible doors, and rebuilds the impossible. The universe doesn't respond to the ego's haste, but to the spirit's trust. And gratitude is your clearest voice. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And whoever vibrates gratitude is, vibrationally, fertile ground, a receptive soil, an expanded heart. Therefore, start and end the day with gratitude. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Include something that hasn't arrived yet, and observe. You will feel something change inside and outside. Now I ask you, what if what's missing in your manifestation is just this step of vibrational faith? What if the universe is waiting for your thank you to deliver what you have been asking for so long? It's not about conquering. It's about giving thanks as one who has already received. And what comes next, maybe it's already coming without you realizing it. The truth is simple, but uncomfortable. You are always manifesting, even when you don't want to, even when you don't realize it. Your energetic field never switches off. It's in constant transmission, attracting realities that match your dominant vibration. Therefore, it's not enough to want to manifest only what is good. You need to observe what you are vibrating all the time. Automatic thoughts, repressed emotions, inherited narratives, all of this creates the invisible reality that transforms into concrete life. You might say you want peace, but if you vibrate tension, the universe understands, send more challenges. Because it doesn't interpret intentions, it responds to frequency. And frequency is felt emotion, not rationalized thought. You are not being punished. You are just manifesting unconsciously. This sentence can be the first step to your liberation. Because if you manifest even what you don't want, that also means you can change the game. You can take the reins of your vibrational field. You can get out of the autopilot of pain and enter the alignment of conscious creation. Let's take an example. A person who keeps saying nothing works out for me, even jokingly, is writing that reality into their magnetic field. And that field is obedient. It adjusts to your vibrational narrative. It's like a quantum code being executed silently. The universe doesn't joke around with irony. It takes your vibrations seriously. Therefore, pay attention to your internal dialogues, to what you feel when you think about yourself. Ask, what is my energy creating now? Because it is always creating. Your state of being is like a radio frequency, always on the air. You attract what matches it, not what you think you deserve. This is the basis of co-creation. The good news? You can change this today. With practices of presence, with subconscious reprogramming, with daily self-observation. Meditation, felt affirmations, visualization with emotion. All of this helps to align what you vibrate with what you want to live. And this alignment isn't magic, it's magnetic. It's vibration and coherence. Now tell me, what if your biggest challenges today are, in fact, fruits of your unconscious manifestation? What if you could change what you receive by simply changing what you hold within yourself? It's not about controlling everything. It's about recognizing your creative power. And perhaps, the next step is to tune in to what you really want to feel. Everything is energy. Tune in to receive everything. Absolutely everything is energy. You, your thoughts, your emotions, your desires. Everything you want to manifest already exists in vibrational form. It's not out there, distant. It's available on a frequency level that you haven't yet accessed. Manifestation is this: tuning into the reality that is already vibrating on the invisible plane. Think of it like a radio station. What you desire is on frequency 102.9, but you're on 89.5. It's not that the station doesn't exist, it's that you haven't yet adjusted the dial of your vibration. And how do you do that? By changing your state of being, by adjusting your dominant emotion, by cultivating vibrational coherence between what you feel and what you want to experience. You attract what you are, not what you want. This is the energetic law. You want abundance? Vibrate abundance, even before it arrives. You want love? Become love, even without someone by your side. Your energetic field functions like a quantum radar. It seeks equivalence. And it only manifests when your vibrational identity is in the same key as what you want to receive. Simple practices change your field. Conscious breathing, presence meditation, listening to music that elevates the soul, walking in silence, giving thanks for things that haven't yet materialized. All of this fine-tunes your magnetic field. It elevates the frequency. It creates a vibrational space compatible with what you want to manifest. Now, be careful. Most people think they are doing everything right, but they remain tuned into the energy of lack. They vibrate anxiety, haste, comparison. This distorts the field, because you may even want it, but what vibrates is absence. And the universe, which reads energy and not words, understands. This person is not yet ready to receive. You are the magnet, not the prey. The field is not convinced by effort. It responds to vibrational truth. When you feel peace before its arrival, you are already ready. When you feel gratitude before the result, you have already tuned in. And then, the collapse of time happens. Because there is no longer any separation between what you desire and what you already vibrate. What if what you want doesn't need to be achieved, but remembered within you? What if the key is to stop chasing and start adjusting your vibration? It's not about effort, it's about attunement. And perhaps what is missing in your life now is just a small adjustment to your field. Trust in divine timing, not the ego's haste. Urgency doesn't come from the soul, it comes from the wound. The soul knows how to wait. It lives in the time of eternity. But the ego? It wants everything yesterday because it feels like it's losing something. But divine timing doesn't bend to anxiety. It operates on a different frequency, and you only access that frequency when you exchange control for trust. You are not being punished. You are merely being prepared. This phrase can heal a part of you that still feels forgotten. Because the silence of the universe is not absence. It is alignment. It is invisible construction. It is field refinement. The delay is not denial. It is vibrational adjustment. Divine timing is coherent, not random. When you trust, your energy field opens. The energy of haste blocks the flow, but the energy of faith vibrates receptivity. It's like a flower that blooms without forcing itself. You are planting now the reality that will flourish in due time. And this trust manifests in small attitudes: breathing, giving thanks, stopping comparing your path with that of others. Think of someone who wants a new beginning very much. A house, a love, a purpose. But that person moves with fear. They force decisions. They act out of desperation. Result? Their field emits confusion. But whoever trusts walks with lightness. They take actions guided by intuition, not panic. And this difference changes everything. Divine timing respects your readiness. There is no point in receiving before you are aligned, because if you still vibrate insecurity, you reject what you asked for. If you still carry beliefs of unworthiness, you sabotage the miracle. The universe delivers when your vibrational identity is coherent with the blessing. Vibrational faith is this: being ready even without seeing. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. And who you are when you are at peace with time is an available soul, a mature frequency, a magnetic presence. When you let go of the rush, something sacred settles in. The space for the impossible to happen. The field feels it. The field responds. Now tell me, what if your blessing is not delayed, but timed with divine perfection? What if you were not being tested, but being tuned? And what if this waiting time is, in reality, a time of profound alignment, so that you not only receive, but sustain what is to come? You no longer need to run, you just need to remember who you are before the rush, before the lack, before the struggle. What you seek already seeks you. What you desire already exists, in the invisible, in the subtle, in the field where time bends to feeling. You don't manifest by effort, you manifest by frequency, by presence, by identity. You aren't waiting, you are preparing. You aren't late, you are being calibrated. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you become. You cease chasing, you begin receiving. It's not about doing more, it's about aligning yourself with what is already yours. Not through exertion, but through becoming. If this message resonated with you, comment below, "I am the magnet." And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and enable notifications. There's a wealth of profound content on the horizon. This is your time, and I will walk alongside you.